Hello guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a very exciting video. So some days back I was thinking what are my 5-star predictions, because I think that's a very common question that readers ask themselves. What are some books on my TBR that appeal to me so much that I think they're going to change my life, they're going to be 5 stars, they're going to become my god tier books? And I realized that I really have no answers to that question, because I just read books based off pure vibes. I don't think what the rating is going to be prior to reading it. I just read the books, and I think I wanted to put some thought into what I think my 5-star books are going to be, because I want to know first of all. And I have a very interesting video planned in September where I read as many books of my TBR that I think are going to be 5 stars as I can. So I think this video is just very important for future reference when I do make that video, and I'm very excited to tell you guys what my 5-star reading list is. So let's get right into it, because this intro has been way too long. By the way, just a prelude, most of them are just based on vibes and genre, most probably, because I don't know much about the books that I go into. I don't think much before reading those books. So these are just based off of pure vibes, and honestly also their covers, because I just love some covers so much that I think I'm gonna love the books as well. So the first book is Jade Legacy. The first two books in the series, Jade City and Jade War, were 5-star books for me. I just love Fondali's world building, political intrigue, characters, and I think this is gonna be just as immersive. But this book is so long that I think it might become a little slow paced. So that is why there's just like a tentative 5 stars for me. I'm not sure about this one as a 5-star prediction, but just based off of facts, rationale, and logic, I think it might be a good one. Then the next book is, let me see, Malibu Rising, because this is just purely a Taylor Jenkins read book, and I don't think I've ever rated her books lower than 4.5 stars, and many people seem to love this. So I think it's a very fair prediction that I'm gonna love this one as well. Her stories are just so character driven, so immersive. I think I bought this in what, 2020, so around 6 years ago. So I really do need to read this. But I think with most of these books, I just put off books that I think are going to be 5 stars for the right time. And I know there's nothing such as the right time, but I think I'm a Virgo, so you're gonna have to forgive me, because that's just the way I am. The next book on this list is When the Moon Hatched. I think I've heard people say that the magic system in this is very interesting. I'm a sucker for cool magic systems, and that's why it is on the list. The next one has a very different vibe. It's a Shimla Affair by Shrishti Chaudhary. The reason I think this is going to be a 5 stars is because the plot is set during a time that I'm very fascinated and interested by. There was a movie based on the same time, and I think this book has a similar story to that movie. I love that movie, so I think this is going to really appeal to me, and I love the cover. It's just absolutely beautiful. It came like wrapped in what do you call this, cellophane, and I still haven't opened the packaging because I just want to preserve it. It's so pretty. The next one is kind of ugly looking, but I think I'm really gonna like the book, and that is the Lord of the Rings trilogy. These are all 3 books in one, and I think I'm gonna love every single one of them. I just really skipped my Lord of the Rings phase when I was growing up. I was into all of the classics, Percy Jackson, Harry Potter, Twilight, but I really just skipped the Lord of the Rings phase, and I think that I'm gonna like this. But it's a classic, and I don't think I've ever rated a classic 5 stars, so let's see. All of the books are just falling on top of each other. The next one is City of Brass by S.A. Chakrabarti. This is again something I think is going to have a very epic, fantastical magic system, and I'm really a sucker for that. I love good world building, I love good political intrigue, and I think this is really going to have that. In the same vein, we have the Bone Season. I think this is going to have a really interesting magic system, really interesting world building. It's also a long series, and I think long series just give you a chance to really immerse yourself in the characters, get to know them, get to know this world, and really just be transported into the landscape created by the author. This is again a book I bought a very long time ago. At the time I was thinking I'm going to go home and start reading this immediately because I was so excited, but then I started preserving it because that's just something I do. I preserve books I think are going to be 5 stars for the right time. The next book on this list is based on just pure cover vibes, and it is The Rose Bargain. I think this has been compared to Bridgerton, which is a show that I really love. Another title I think is The Selection. So it's Bridgerton meets The Selection, and I think those are two pieces of media that I just really adore from the bottom of my heart. Love stories set during those times is just so magical and beautiful and aesthetic, and I think I'm really gonna love whatever this book gives me. This one is also based on pure cover vibes, and it's Future Saints. I think this one just gives me Daisy Jones and the Six vibes. I really loved that book, so I think I'm really gonna love this one as well. And look how pretty it is. Hopefully it's 5 stars. So those are all the books on my physical TBR that I think are gonna be 5 star reads. There are some that I'm gonna buy in the future or that are on my digital TBR that are really just calling out to me, and I know that I'm gonna love them. The first one is Dagger and Flame. This is one that I'm definitely gonna buy because firstly I'm in love with the cover, and secondly something about it just really, I don't know, it gives me a vibe, you know, and I don't even know what this book is about. I just think that it's a romantasy and it seems similar to other books that I've read and loved, so that's just the reason. You will notice how most of these are fantasy because that's just my most read genre. These are just ones that are really calling my name right now that I think I'm gonna love this year, or maybe I just really don't know my taste at all. We'll find out in September. The next one on this list is Ember in the Ashes. As I've grown up and my taste in fantasy has kind of changed and taken shape, I think Ember in the Ashes has become a title that could really appeal to me. Then we have a very interesting title, and it is Red Rising. This is a sci-fi space opera kind of series. I know that Red Rising might not be a 5 star book for me, but maybe Golden Sun and Morning Star. I think the series overall is going to be 5 stars for me, so that's just a 5 star prediction series. I think I've taken way too much time to explain reasons that are really not that coherent or deep to you guys, so I think I'm just going to rapid fire through the next books. So next we have A Love Song for Iggy Wild. I've never read anything by the author, but I think just something about this book, the love story in it seems so pure, so beautiful, so melodic. The next one is Lost Lambs. I love stories about dysfunctional families, just toxicity all around. Those narratives really appeal to me, and Lost Lambs seems to give that vibe, and I'm really excited to read it. It has a storyline where every member of the family has something going on, something very weird, difficult, and I really want to see how it all comes together. The next one is Red City. I think the magic system is based on alchemy. I love alchemy. The Martian by Andy Weir. When I read Project Hail Mary, I was absolutely obsessed with it. I don't think the movie is something very special, but the book was something very special to me. The movie, by association with the book, was something that I really loved. So I'm really excited to read Andy Weir's other books, and I think the next one I'm going to pick up is going to be The Martian because again the storyline seems so interesting. It's probably going to be based on the same concept as Project Hail Mary, but I'm really excited to see where it goes. Oh my god, a kid is screaming bloody murder. Next book on this list is Starside by Alex Astor. I personally really enjoyed Lightlark and Nightbane. I was so frustrated while reading the third book. It irritated me so much that I don't even remember the name. I still haven't read the fourth book in the series, but I've seen many people who did not like the Lightlark series really enjoy Starside, and I don't think I've heard a single bad review about this one, so it seems like a romantasy title that was made for me. The next one on this list is Notes on an Execution. Again, a very different vibe. I think this is the story of a serial killer told from the perspective of the women in his life. It seems like such an interesting concept, and I'm excited to see how it plays out. I think it's been classified in the thriller genre. It seemed literally fiction to me, but I don't think that's how it classified. I might be wrong. Now, the next 3 books on this list are all rereads for me. The first one is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. I think Harry Potter was just my childhood, and when I reread the series this year, I think I just fell more in love with it because as an adult, that escape was just everything I needed in life to feel happy. So I think Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows is definitely just still gonna be that god tier top series for me, and I think I'm gonna go back to it again and again in life. My other reread is Clockwork Angel. I'm rereading all of Cassandra Clare's books before the last one comes out in November. A very anticipated release for me. Same for the book that I'm going to tell you after this, but I'm really excited for The Last King of Fairy. I'm rereading all of Cassandra Clare's books. I've totally forgotten what the Infernal Devices series was about. I think it's still a fan favorite. Like, that is the series that most people love, and they start with that series and it really just gets them into the Shadowhunters world. It was not the same for me. I started with the Mortal Instruments. I still love the Mortal Instruments, but I'm excited to see what I think about the Clockwork Angel when I read it again. I've totally forgotten what it's about, but I'm I'm excited to dive back into the Shadowhunters world. The next one is A Court of Thorn and Roses, the entire series. Again, the entire series is a 5-star prediction for me. I read it when I was very, very young, went through that phase. The next book is coming out this year, so I want to reread the entire A Coat of Thorns and Roses series before the next one comes out. I think that's all for now. I hope I don't open my list and then see that I missed out something, because I'm going to be so disappointed in myself. But I'm so excited to read every single one of these. Let me know if you've read any of them. Let me know what some of your 5-star predictions are that you know you're going to love when you read them. And I'll see you in the next one with another very exciting vlog. I'm in the middle of reading for a vlog, but I really just wanted to tell you about some of my 5-star reads, because I have a splitting headache since the morning, and talking about books was just going to make me happy, and it has, because these are just my 5-star predictions. These are books that I know I'm going to love. The covers are so pretty. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It changes the trajectory of my entire day, week, life when I see that someone has subscribed to my channel, and it makes my dreams come true. I love every single one of you who click on my video, who want to see my face, see me talk. It just really makes me feel so grateful, and I'll see you hopefully in the next one too. Bye.